Hello everyone, your favorite Senso Tech Jedi Lisa here, and in this video we're going to walk through the steps of deploying your client using PDQ. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So you will need to have logged into your portal, and once you have logged into your portal, I'm going to have you click on the gear up here in the top right hand corner to navigate over to the Admin Center. Now from the Admin Center, we do need a few pieces of information. The first piece is you're going to need to download the client. So you go ahead and click download, and this client will need to be saved in a shared directory that the clients or the devices that we're deploying out to have access to. They'll need to be able to access this shared drive and download this MSI. So once you have pulled it out of downloads, make sure that that's where you're saving it, because this will come up later when we're talking about the PDQ deploy. Also, you'll need to have your license information. So you'll need to go to the license area and find right next to the organization your license key. You'll need to go ahead and copy that, and then the other piece of information you'll need are your sites. Now if you have one site, you'll just need the one deployment because you'll just have the one SID, site ID, or assignment key for that deployment. If you have multiple sites, you will need to build multiple deployments through PDQ that have the change in there will just be the SID or the site ID, whatever you have assigned here. So keep that in mind as we go through this deployment. Once you have those three pieces of information, you'll need to go ahead and open up your PDQ. So here you'll see I have the PDQ, and now we're going to go to the packages section here, and then we are going to right click and say new package. Alright, under new package, this is where we're going to deploy our Senso client. So we're going to go ahead and right click on steps and click on install. Okay, in install on this step, that install file here, this is where you need to navigate to the area that you saved your client. Now remember I said earlier that you need to make sure this is a shared directory. It can't just be on the local disk of your device. It has to be a shared directory that the devices that you're deploying this out to have access to pull the client down. Now you'll see here everything else automates itself except for this right here, this custom line we do need to modify. This is where you're going to put in your license key and site ID information. We do have an article that has the information here for you to go ahead and copy and paste in, but essentially what we're going to do is after where it says log output log, we're going to enter some extra information. LIC equals, and then this is where you will put your license key. Of course, I'm not going to put my license key in there. That needs to stay secret, but your license key needs to go right here. And then space and SID equals. That will be that assignment key that let's go back over here into sites. Let me minimize this. Let me minimize that. You'll see right here the assignment key, that is your SID, that is your site ID. And again, if you have multiple site IDs, you will need to build multiple packages where you're just changing whatever you put here for your SID. The license key will stay the same, the client will stay the same, but you will need to modify that SID with whatever matches your site ID. Alright, so once you have that information in, you're going to go ahead and save your package. And then once you've saved your package, you'll want to right click on it and click on deploy once. This is everything ready to go in your package. So now if you need to create extra packages that have the different SID ID in there, then remember that they're going to be separated. The only change is going to be that site ID. And again, once you have saved it, you'll just right click on the package itself and go down to deploy once and deploy it out to the devices that need to go in that specific site. And that's how you deploy via PDQ. All right, thank you. Have a great day. See you in the next one.